ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत नश्कुर्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाले नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम् पराशरात्मजं वन्दे सुखतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। चतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अन्तर्याम्यधिदैवादिषु तद्धर्मव्यपदेशात् न च स्मार्तम् अतद्धर्माभिलापात् शारीरशोभयेऽपि हि भेदेनैनम् अधीयते। अदृश्यत्वादिगुणको धर्मोक्तेः विशेषणभेदव्यपदेशाभ्यां न च नेतरो। रूपोपन्यासाच्च वैश्वानरः साधारण शब्द विशेषात् स्मर्यमाणम् अनुमानम् स्यादिति शब्दादिभ्योऽन्तः प्रतिष्ठानाच्च नेति चीर्ण तथा दृष्टुपदेशात् असंभवात् पुरुषमपि चैनम् अधीयते अतएव न देवता भूतञ्च साक्षादप्यविरोधम् जैमिनिः अभिव्यक्तेः इत्याश्मरत्यः अनुस्मृतिर्माधुरिः संपत्तिरिति जैमिनिः तथा हि दर्शयति आमनन्ति चैनमस्मिन् दुभ्याध्यायतनम् स्वशब्दात् will read. Idam shruyate, page 248. Idam shruyate yasmin dyav prithvi chantariksham otam manasah pranaircha sarvaihi तमेवैकं जानत आत्मानम् अन्यावाचो विमुञ्चत अमृतस्यैष सेतुः इति अत्र यदेतत् द्यौ प्रवृत्तीनाम् ओतत्ववचनाद् आयतनं किञ्चिदवगम्यते तत्किं परं ब्रह्म स्यात् आहोस्वित अर्थान्तरमिति सन्दीयते तत्र आन्तरं किमपि आयतनं स्यादिति प्राप्तम् किमपि आयतनं स्यात् इति प्राप्तम् कस्मात् अमृतस्यैष सेतुः इति श्रवणात् पारवान् हि लोके सेतुः प्रख्यातः न च परस्य ब्रह्मणः पारवत्वं शक्यम् अभ्युपगन्तुम् अनन्तम् अपारम् इति श्रवणात् अर्थान्तरे च आयतने परिगृह्यमाणे स्मृति प्रसिद्धम् प्रधानम् परिगृहीतव्यम् तस्य कारणत्वात् आयतनत्व उपपत्तेः श्रुति प्रसिद्धो वा वायु स्यात् वायुर्वै गौतम तत्सूत्रं वायुना वै गौतम सूत्रेण अयं च लोकः परश्च लोकः सर्वाणि च भूतानि संदृप्तानि भवन्ति इति वायोरपि विधारणत्वश्रवणात् शारीरो वा स्यात् तस्यापि भोक्तृत्वात् भोग्यं प्रपञ्चम् प्रत्यायतनद्व उपपत्तिः इत्येवं प्राप्तिदमाह द्योभाद्यायतनमिति द्योश्च भूश्च द्योभुवौ द्योभुवादि यस्य तदिदं द्योभुवादि यदेतत् अस्मिन् वाक्ये द्यौः पृथिव्यन्तरिक्षं मनः प्राणः इत्येवमात्मकं जगतः इत्येवम् आत्मकं जगदोतत्वेन निर्दिष्टं तस्यायतनं परं ब्रह्म भवितुम् अर्हति अतः स्वशब्दात् आत्मशब्दाद्यर्थः आत्मशब्दो हि इह भवति तमेवैकं जानत आत्मानम् आत्मशब्दश्च परमात्मपरिग्रहे सम्यक् अवकल्पते नार्थान्तरपरिग्रहे क्वचिच्च स्वशब्देनैव ब्रह्मणा आयतनत्वं श्रूयते सन्मूला सौम्य इमाः सर्वाः प्रजाः सदायतनाः सत्प्रतिष्ठाः इति स्वशब्देनैव च इह पुरस्ताद् उपरिष्टात् च ब्रह्म संकीर्त्यते पुरुष एवेदं विश्वं कर्म तपो ब्रह्म परामृतम् इति ब्रह्म एव इदम् अमृतं पुरस्ताद् ब्रह्म पश्चाद् ब्रह्म दक्षिणतश्चोत्तरेण इति च तत्र तु आयतनवद्भावश्रवणात् सर्वं ब्रह्मेति च सामानादिकरण्यात् यथानेकात्मको वृक्षः शाखा स्कंधो मूलम च इति एवं नाना रसो विचित्र आत्मा इति आशंका संभवति ताम निवर्तयितुं सावधारणं आह तमेवैकं जानथ आत्मानम् इति एतदुक्तं भवति न कार्य प्रपंच विशिष्टो विचित्रात्मा विज्ञेयः किन्तर्हि अविद्याकृतं कार्य प्रपंचम विद्यया प्रविलाप्यन्तः तमेवैकम् आयतनभूतम् आत्मानं जानत एकरसमिति यथा यस्मिन्नास्ते देवदत्तः तदानीति उक्त आसनम् एव आनयति न देवदत्तम् तद्वत् आयतनभूतस्य एव एकरसस्य आत्मनः विज्ञेयत्वमुपदिश्यते विकारालत अभिसन्धस्य च अपवादः श्रूयते मृत्युस्मृत्युमाप्नोति य इह नानेव पश्यति इति सर्वं ब्रह्मेति तु सामानाधिकरण्यम् प्रपंच प्रविलापनार्थम् नाना एक रसता प्रतिपादनार्थम् नाना एक रसता प्रतिपादनार्थम् स तथा सैन्धवघनः अनन्तरः अबाह्यः कृष्णः रसघन एवं वा हरे अयमात्मानमन्तरो बाह्य कृष्णः प्रज्ञानघन एव इति एकरसता श्रवणात् तस्माद् द्योभाद्यायतनं परं ब्रह्म तत्तूक्तं तद्यत्तूक्तं सेतुश्रुतेः सेतोश्च पारवत्तोपत्तेः ब्रह्मणः अर्थान्तरेण द्योभाद्यायतनेन भवितव्यमिति अत्रोच्यते विधारणत्व मात्रमत्र श्रेयसेतुश्रुत्या विवक्षते न पारवत्वादि नहीं मृदारुमयो लोके सेतुर्दृष्टः इति यत्रापि मृदारुमय एव सेतुरभ्युपगम्यते सेतु शब्दार्थः अपि विधारणत्व मात्रमेव न पारवत्वादि क्षयो बंधन कर्मणः सेतु शब्द व्युत्पत्तेः अपराः तमेवैकं जानत आत्मानम् इति यदेतत् संकीर्तितम् आत्मज्ञानम् यच्चैतत् अन्यावाचो विमुञ्चत इति वाग्विमोचन तदत्र अमृतत्व साधनत्वात् अमृतस्यैष सेतुः इति सेतुश्रुत्या संकीर्त्यते न तु द्योभाद्यायतनम् तत्र यदुक्तम् सेतुश्रुतेः ब्रह्मणः अर्थान्तरेण द्योभाद्यायतनेन भाव्यम् इति तद् अयुक्तम् we will sing the first adhikaran of the third quarter, and in this the discussion of Mundak Nishad यस्मिन् देव पृथ्वी चान्तरिक्षं होतं स प्राणैश्च होतं मनः स प्राणैश्च सर्वे तमेवैकम् आत्मानं जानत. इस मंत्र अन्यो वाचो विमुञ्चत अमृतस्यैष सेतुः. This was in the discussion. You had seen that in this mantra, the first part is telling that whole world is interwoven in Brahman. So Brahman is the Vishwadharam. Yasmin means Brahmani. Yasmin Dev Prithvi Chantariksham Otam Manasa Pranaisha Sarva. This is the first. Second line is Tamevaikam Janata. This is the Varna that one should know that alone. Third part is Vyavahar Nivritti. Vyavahar Nivritti Anyo Vacho Vimunchata. Fourth part, third part. And fourth part is Amritasesha Setuhu. So Esha Setuhu Amritasya. We had seen two meaning of that. One meaning of Esha was Brahma. Esha is equal to Vishwadharam Paramatma. And Setu means dam, and Amritasya has the meaning of immortality and not immortal. Second meaning, we had seen that Esha means Brahma Jnanam and the Setu means bridge and the Amritattvam means immort Brahma. Not, not immortality, immortal Brahma. These were the two meanings which will be brief knowing that. After that, the objection was raised by Sankhya. There were two objections, if you remember. What was the objection? The meaning first, that Upanishad is talking about Vishwadharam. So, Uttam word should be for Pradhanam. And the answer to this was given that no, in the third line there is a Atmanam word, Tameva ekam janata Atmanam. Pradhanam will always be Jad and never be Atma. And second answer was given by Upanishads. And Chandogya Upanishad you saw, you read also, Sanmula Sam Imaha Prajaha Sadhayatanaha, whose very abode is Sat. Sat means Brahman. And second quotation was from Kathopanishad, Urdu Mool Vag Shaka Eshwa Shakta Sanatana. You saw that Tadeva Shukram Tad Brahma Tad Amritam Uchyate Tasmin Loka Shrita Sarve. Then we had seen the word analysis. And there was a point of Swashabdat. So Swashabdat had two interpretations. One is Swa means Atma, word is coming, Swashabdat. And second is Swa means Upanishad, and Shabdat means confirmation or clarification, which you already saw that. Then the Purupaksh said that you are contradicting yourself. And he said there are two problems. You are saying that dam is a holder of the water. Similarly, Brahman is the holder of the whole world. So, holder will always be finite, and therefore Parvan word was used. To this, Shankaracharya Bhagavan said that when I say a holder, it is not a literal expression. It is to tell the availability of immortality through Brahman. It was like the dam is the one, if you have to get water, you have to approach the dam. So if you want the abidance in immortality, in your changeless Swarup, you can get only by Brahman. So don't say it literally meaning. Vivaksha, try to understand the Vivaksha. Vivaksha means Vaptum Ichha. What he wants to say is called Vivaksha. Like Jigyasa is a Gyatum Ichha. So Vivaksha is Vivaksha is Gyatum Ichha. What is intended to say. This was the first. I'm revising everything because you may have forgotten. Second question here said Purupaksh, how can the Amritam word is also Brahman, Esha word is also Brahman, how can Brahman be holder of Brahman? Here we had stopped our class. So, even though, answer please see the answer, even though Amritam is Brahman normally, but in this context, Amritam should be understood as Amritattva, immortality. So, contextually you have to change the meaning from immortal to immortality. Because Esh was Brahman. So Brahman is the bridge for Brahman, doesn't make a sense. So sometimes you have to see the contextual meaning and not the literal meaning. What it really means, you have to say the contextual meaning. Don't translate it literally. Life is of 4 days. So life is of few days. So that is the literal meaning. Take, please have a bite and go. You say that please have a bite. Doesn't mean you should have only one bite. I said only one bite. You are eating too many bites. So there the contextual meaning one should take, because the literal meaning does not make sense. So you have to take jahati lakshana and ajahati lakshana. Jahati lakshana and ajahati lakshana. When direct meaning doesn't make the sense, you have to take some lakshana vritti. So Eshaha Brahman is the dam for immortality. This is the meaning. But Puru Paksh said, I am not very satisfied because you twisted the meaning. Then Bhagwan Bhashyakar says, okay, if you are not satisfied, I will give you another meaning which will satisfy you. What is the meaning then? He said, okay, now Esh word, let us take the Eshaha word in context, in reference to the third quarter. Tame vaikam janatha atmanam. Know that. So know that means Atma Brahma Gyan is being mentioned. So instead of Eshaha taken the word as Brahman, now I am trying to satisfy you by taking the word as Brahma Gyanam. This is why second meaning was required. Instead of the first meaning, Esh was Brahman. So here I am taking the Esh word as Brahma Gyanam. Only how we are thinking that? Because first 2 quarters talk about the Vishwadharam Brahma. First 2 quarters talk about Vishwadharam Brahma. That Brahman which is the support of the world. Third quarter talks about you should know the Brahman. When I say you should know the Brahman, so what does it mean? It is Brahma Gyan, you should have Brahma Gyan. There is a Gyan vrittis involved. Gyan vrittis involved. Brahma Gyan vrittis involved. From which word? Tame vaikam janata atmanam. You should know that Brahman. So third quarter, very strictly quarters are not there, I hope you understand. Third part rather. Very strictly it is not a mantra. So Brahma Gyanam should be there. Now Esh is the pronoun coming after this. Esh, you can see the mantra in your book only. In the book only the very first line is there. Eshaha amritasya Eshaha setu amritasya. Eshaha, see the word there, what is written? See, Eshaha setuhu. So Esh is a pronoun. But before the pronoun is a noun, tam eva ekam janata. So that means you should know, that means Brahma Gyan was talked about, and therefore Eshaha should refer to Brahma Gyanam. So to satisfy your query, I am changing it now to Brahma Gyanam. Of what? Esha. Because Esha is a pronoun. And before that, in the third quarter, the talk was about Brahma Jnanam. Now, then what is the meaning of Setu? Now, Setu will not refer to the dam here. Setu will refer to the bridge. So, Brahma Jnanam is the bridge or marga, path, prapak for Amritatvam, Amritasya. And then, if you want the Amrit meaning to be Brahma, then I have to say that Brahma Jnanam is the bridge towards the Brahman. This is the second meaning. How the second meaning came, not the I said I will tell you. So first meaning was that Esha means Brahman, and Brahman is the dam for the immortality. Because Purupaksh was not very satisfied, now therefore second meaning was given that Esha word should now refer to Brahma Jnanam, and the Amritatvam should refer to Brahman, and Setu should have the direct meaning called the bridge. I hope. So through Brahma Jnanam, you know the Brahman, you abide in Brahman. So Brahmavid apnoti param Brahma. Is it clear now? Brahmavid apnoti param tadesha bhyukta, like that. I hope it is clear. Kyo? Clear? Not clear? I hope it is not clear. Clear? Now, there is a grammatical problem. This is not getting over. What is can you guess grammatical problem? Brahma Jnanam is neuter. Esha is masculine. In the third quarter, you said Brahma Jnanam. Tamitam Janata Atmanam. So Esha is a masculine gender. How can neuter gender be qualified with masculine Esha? So now new grammar rule you will hear. There is a grammar rule which says that pronoun can take the gender of the previous word which it refers to. Like I can say, Mala is coming. Full stop. She will bring flowers. So pronoun is referring to the past word. There is another rule, it says it can take the gender of the future word also. Predicate. How? How will you say that? She is coming, Mala will bring flowers. So immediately the noun which is coming. If you are using she and he, supposing you are using the word and you come to my room and say she is coming, I will say what? Mala will bring flowers. Supposing you miss to say the noun before the pronoun, then immediately you will correct yourself and you will take the name and immediately you will say, no, this is the noun here. This is one rule in Sanskrit. If it is referring to the previous noun, it is called Uddesha Pradhan. And if it is referring to the future noun, it is called Videya Pradhan. Here the word Esha is Videya Pradhan Pullinga. This is the whole mantra, a whole sutra. I hope you have understood certain things. I can only try my, I will not say best. There's a better way of thinking over it. I'll try to take you to certain points. If you want to more in detail. No, it's okay. Don't. I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't go in detail. I've understood. When you were reading the Bhashya, could you get the meaning? Some meaning you got. Some meaning, 20-30%, or 100%, or 50%, 20%, 20-30%. Chalo, good. But I'll give you one clue. If you again read, it will be more, you will understand. The secret of understanding the Bhashya is that you reread it. And you will have one more line clear, one more line clear. This is the way you have to understand that. Chalo aage, let me go ahead. Maybe I'll come back later on. Okay, I'll come back later on if required. So next sutra. Page 253. Muktopasrupya vyapadesha. Okay, I'll break it later on. Mukta upasrupya vyapadesha. See, it is only one word, huh? There is a compound word. Muktopasrupya vyapadeshan. So here, this is the sutra here. I will just read the Bhashya. Repeating will take time. Few lines let me read. Itascha parameva brahma dyubhadhyayatanam yasmat muktopasrupyatastasya vyapadishyamana drishyate. Muktaihi upasrupyam muktopasrupyam. Okay, muktaihi upasrupyam muktopasrupyam. Okay. Dehadishu anatmasu aham asmi iti atmabuddhi vidya. Tatah tat pujanadau. Atah tat pujanadau. Raga tat paribhavadau cha dveshah. Tad uchhet darshanat bhayam moha cha iti evam ayam ananta bheda anarthavrata santatah sarvesham cha pratyaksha. Good. Tat viparyena avidya rag dveshadi doshamuktai उपसृप्यम गम्यम एतत् इति द्युवाद्यायतनं प्रकृत्य व्यपदेशो भवति। कथम भिद्यते हृदय ग्रंथिः छिद्यन्ते सर्वसंशयाः क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि तस्मिन् दृष्टे परावरे इति उक्त्वा ब्रवीति तथा विद्वान् नाम रूपाद् विमुक्तः परात् परं पुरुषम् उपैति दिव्यम् इति। ब्रह्मणश्च मुक्तोपसृप्यत्वं प्रसिद्धं शास्त्रे। यदा सर्वे प्रमुच्यन्ते कामा ये हृदयशतः अथमर्थमृतो भवति यत्र ब्रह्म समश्नुते इति एवम् आदौ प्रधानादीनां तु न क्वचित् मुक्तोपसृप्यत्वमस्ति प्रसिद्धम्। अपि च तमेवैकं जानता आत्मानमन्यवाच विमुञ्चत अमृतस्यैष सेतु इति वाग्विमोकपूर्वकं विज्ञेयत्वम् इह द्युवाद्यायतनमस्योच्यते। तच्च श्रुत्यन्तरे ब्रह्मणो दृष्टं तमेव धीरो विज्ञाय प्रज्ञां कुर्वीत ब्राह्मणः न अनुध्यायात् बहून् शब्दान् वाचो विज्ञापनम हि तत् हिति तस्मादपि द्युवाद्यायतनं परम ब्रह्म। Very easy. Now let me take you to Bhashya, then I'll go to the. He's saying itascha parameva brahma. Let me change my style for one moment. Let me go to the Bhashya as you're reading the Bhashya. Then we'll come into the consolidated form. Itascha means because of this reason also. Param Brahma Dyubhadhyayatanam. I have given the word Vishwadharam. Because of this reason also, the support of the world is Brahman and not Pradhan. Okay. Which reason you are saying, sir? Yasmat. Yasmat means because. Muktopasrapyata asya vyapidishyamana drishyate. Because Mukta means of these liberated people. Of the liberated, Yasmat Muktopasrapyata asya vyapidishyamana. The liberated people are seen that they attain this Adhar of Brahman. Adhar of world, sorry. Because Yasmat Mukta Upasrapyata Asya Vyapadishyamana. The liberated people are seen to attain what? Attain what? Attain the Vishwadharam or attain the support of the world. Dhyan dena. Mukta hi upasrupyam is defining now. Upasrupyam is destination. So what is the destination of the liberated people is called upasrupyam. Muktopasrupyam. Okay. So upasrupyam is destination, locus, merger point. Okay. So what? Why should we get liberated? Arey wait. Dehadishu anatmasu. In this body which is the non-self. Aham asmiti atmabuddhi avidya. How is defining avidya? So what is ignorance? In this body which is not self, which is one piece of five element. Dehadishu. Sandhi is clear or not? No, I don't understand why you are saying Dehadishu. Eco energy is there who has become va. So Dehadishu अनात्मसु अहम अस्मीति आत्मबुद्धि अविद्या. चलो भाई ठीक है. The ignorance is that the body on the body which is not self, which is only one, बोलो, which is only one product of five element, in that I have sense of I-ness. फिर क्या होता है? Here now. Tatah, thereafter, because of this, tata means because of this ignorance, tat pujanadau raga, there is attachment to body being worshipped. Tat pujanadau means, here tat means deha. On this body, the glorification of the body, there is attachment. We are naturally attached to that body should be glorified. Tat pujanadau raga. Pujanada means somebody hails it, somebody looks up to you, so you have attachment with that person. Somebody glorifies your body, then you will have attachment. And how you will have a hatred? Tat paribhavado. Paribhavado means tiraskar, insult, etc. Somebody looks down upon your body, or doesn't think you are anybody, then what will happen? Dvesha. Tat paribhavado dvesha. Somebody look down upon me. I'm telling you, if you look down upon me, I'll hit you. So, paribhavado. Don't look down upon me. I'm right. What I do is right. What I say is right. What I think is right. Okay? Don't find fault in me. So, tat paribhavado hi dvesha. Sadvesha. Full stop. Long time we have not done like this. Full stop. Comma. Put inverted comma. Dvesha. Then what? Tat uchhed darshanat bhayam. Now my body will pass away. Uchhed means death. I'll be dissociated from this body. All my relatives will go away. My son, daughter, I will forget. I can never see them. This is called bhayam. All my, what is it called? Items in my room, who will use it? Plants, I have brought 3 plants in my room. So, that also will go. Taduchedan bhayam moha. See, moha cha iti evam anant bheda anartha vrata. Thousands of problems are there. Why anybody will go for the seeking of liberation? Jara janma dukkaihi tatapyamana. Jara janma dukkaihi tatapyamanam prabhopahi apan namami sheshambho. So, did you see that? So, ananta bhedo anartha vrata. Vrata means hordes of calamities are there, accidents are there, bereavements are there, son has passed away, daughter is like that, house problem is there. So, rag, dvesh, kam, krodh, ichha, there is hundreds of problems. I was honored there, I was insulted there, my son is not getting a job, my son got a job, but he has not got a wife, my wife is no more with me, and she is not coming back. So my stomach problem is started recently. Then my toothache is there. Body this side is paining. Pain starts from the heart and it goes up and comes out from the mouth. So my God. So it is written here. Anartha vrata. Vrata means horde, collective problems. Santataha sarvesham na pratyaksha. Na means to us. Us. अपने को ही न अहम आवाम वयम बोलो माम मा Avam Nau Asman Nah. So here is that Nah is not him. To us, Pratyaksha. Tossed up and down. Tad Viparina. Opposite to this. Why a person becomes a seeker? He says, I want to get out all this nonsense. Avidya, raga, dveshadi, dosha muktaihi. One who is free from ignorance, who is free from attachment. He says, I don't want anybody. You be here, you don't be here, it doesn't matter. My body, you honor, dishonor, you say any good word, bad word, doesn't matter. Upasrapyam gamyam iti. So one should go towards that state which is beyond this ignorance. And that state is described as the Vishwadharam. Tad viparyena avidya raga dveshadi dosha muktai upasrapyam. Upasrapyam means where one should go. That destination one should achieve. Gamyam. Gamyam means worth attaining, worth knowing. And what is mentioned of Gamyam? Dyubhadyat etanam prakritya vyapadesha. Prakriti means what is going on, difference. What is in the context is going on. Katham, he says Bhidyate hridaya granthi, etc. Okay. Got the point. You should attain that state where there is no action to be done, where you are beyond all action, where you have no anger, when you have no attachment, when you have no sorrows, you have no fear. Somebody is dying, okay, death is just, I cast off my clothes. There is nothing called death. This is whose death? Body is let it go. Iti uktva braviti tatha vidwan nam rupad vimukta parat param purusham ati vidvam. So he is telling the goal which is mentioned. Brahmanascha mukta upasripyatvam prasiddham shastre. So this goal is mentioned in the scripture. Yada sarve pramuchyante, etc. Three examples he gave. One he gave Vidyate hridaya granthi. Second he gave Tatha vidwan nam. This first line anybody will say Yatha nadya sandamana samudrayastam gachanti nam rupadi mukta. Tatha vidwan nam rupadi mukta parat param purusham upayati divyam. Then he quotes Yada sarve pramuchyante kamasye hrideshata. Okay. Iti eva madho. Then he says, pradhanadinam tu na kvachit mukta upasripyatvam asti prasiddha. Nobody attains pradhan if he wants to get liberated. Nobody pradhanadinam tu kvachit mukta upasripyatvam. You never say, I am going to the inert state. Liberation doesn't mean some inert state. Because all the time, tame vaikam janata atmanam. So you are knowing yourself completely. Rag vimok purvakam vigyatamaha. And therefore, what? Pradhan cannot be the goal. Because Prakriti or the Pradhan is inert. Nowhere inert goal is mentioned in the scripture. All the time goal is mentioned as the Brahman, as the support. Therefore support of the world cannot be inert. Because everywhere, the Chetan goal is mentioned. I hope you are a little clear. Now I'll try to make it more systematic. This is a Bhashya study, and now we'll put all in a more structured form. General analysis. In the sutra also, Vishwadharam is Brahman. And to support this, Bhagavan Vedavyasa is going to give the future mantra occurring in the Mundak Upanishad. You can open Mundak Upanishad 3.2.8. And in the 3.2.8, if you see the mantra, it says, Yatha nadya fyandamana samudram astam gachantinam rupat vihaya. ये है ना? Then after that what is there? Tatha vidwan nam rupa dimuktaha parat param purusham upaiti divyam. Parat param purusham upaiti divyam. As all the rivers go and leave their name and form where? In the ocean. These rivers are very selfless. One after another they leave their name and form. That means they leave their separate existence. Yatha nadya syandamana samudramastam gachantinam rupad vihaya. As the rivers leave their name and form, similarly what? Similarly this Jnani who has known the self, Tatha vidwan nam rupa vimuktaha parat param purusham upaiti divyam. He attains that Purush who is beyond the Prakriti. Parat param. So this is the basis of this sutra. So it is the fruit of Brahma Jnanam. What is the fruit of? See what is the meaning here? Upaiti word. Upaiti means merges. Merges where? Purusham. Which Purusham? Divyam and Parat Param. There are two adjectives to it. Divyam and Parat Param. What is the example? Examples of river merging into ocean. So they also merge. Merge means what? Who merges? Who merges? Individuality. I am a different person. I am a different doer. I am a body with a soul. And the son of such and such. I am living a life. I am a struggler. Anything I do, I struggle. I am a struggling lawyer. I am a struggling chartered accountant. I am not a struggling brahmachari, I hope. I am a struggling brahmacharani. No, I am struggling in Sanskrit. चलो यहाँ तक कह सकते हैं. I am struggling to talk on this subject. I am not a struggler. Why? There is no I remaining. So how do you see yourself? I see myself as the one who is the substratum of the world. I'm not the body with the soul. I am the soul with the incidental appearance of body in it. This is my definition. So now get my point. Vishwadhara Jnani merges into Vishwadhara Brahman. That Jnani who is knowing himself as the substratum of the world. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha matta sarvam pravartate. I am the cause of all. And I merge into that cause only. Bhashyakar says, you heard, if you take Vishwadharam as Pradhanam, then knower of Pradhanam, how can it merge into Pradhanam? He says here that one who knows Pradhan, because here you are knowing that, Tame Vaikam Janatha, know that. If you know the Pradhan, how can you merge into Pradhan? Why? Because one who knows is a Chetan and Pradhan is inert. So how can Chetan merge into inert? Anything can merge into its cause only. Mercury cannot merge in gold. Neither mud can merge in mercury. Because both are different tattva. So how can Chetan merge in inert? If you say inert was in Chetan, then Chetan should not know I am knowing itself. So Chetan knows I know myself. That means it is no inert there. So Vishwadhar Jnani cannot merge in Vishwadhar Pradhan. And Vishwadhar Jnani can merge into Vishwadhar Chetan Brahman only. What do you think? He said, Acha. And if you say moksha is merging into Prakriti, that means moksha will be becoming a Chetan. So can merger into a Chetan be termed as moksha? That means you don't know yourself ultimately. Ultimately, you don't know self. And because of these reasons, which reason? Which reason? Merger into inert cannot be called moksha. Reason number one. And reason number two, that Chetan cannot merge into Jada. Two reasons are there. Reason number one, that you yourself say in Sankhya, your moksha is dissociation of the Prakriti with the Purush. Purush remains in your, there is a knowledge of the Purush in your moksha. Even if I tell you, say, the vivek between Purush and Prakriti is the moksha. So at least you know that I am the Chetan Purush, devoid of the association of the Prakriti. This is what you say moksha. Agreed, well, yes. Now if you refer to the Upanishad, it is saying that this Jnani merges into the Vishwadhar. And if Vishwadhar is Prakriti or Pradhan, then Jnani has to merge into Vishwadhar, which will be Prakriti, which will be inert. And therefore your moksha will be becoming inert, which is contradicting yourself only. Moksha cannot be inert. Moksha is not the state of inertia. Otherwise all stones are mukta. And second thing is that Chetan cannot merge into Jad. And for these reasons, two reasons, Vishwadhar should be taken as Brahman and not Pradhanam. Therefore, Bhagavan Vedavyas, in his present sutra, he uses the word destination of Jnani, upasripya, muktopasripya vyapadeshat. Because the destination of Jnani is already mentioned as the Vishwadhar. Destination of Jnani is Vishwadhar only. The destination has been already told. Where Tamevaikam Janata Atmanam. Bhai, if you see the mantra, Yasmin Dev Prithvi Chantariksham Otamsa Pranaishcha Maneshcha Sarve. Knowing that Tamevaikam Janata Atmanam. So in that mantra, it is said, knowing that Tamevaikam Janata Atmanam. That is the cause of immortality. Knowing that is the cause of immortality. This is said in 2.5.5. 3.2.8. Am I right? I think 3.2.8. It is said that Jnani merges into what? Merges as in the Purush. That means that merging point and the knowing point should be one. If he knows that and becomes liberated, and if he merges that, then he becomes liberated. Then where what is knowing and what is merging into should be one only. And therefore that merging point should not be inert. That means Vishwadharam should not be inert. In 2.5.5, knowing is said. In 3.2.8, merging point is said. And both are told to be that this is the cause of immortality. And therefore both cannot be different. And if both cannot be different, then how can you say the Vishwadharam is inert, is Prakriti? I hope it is clear. Two reasons I gave. First reason is Mukti cannot be of the nature of inertness, and second is consciousness cannot merge into inertness. Now let us go to the word analysis. As I told you, only one word is there. What is the word? Muktopasrupya vyapadeshat. In this one compound word, there are three words. One word is mukta, other is upsrupya, and third is vyapadeshat. Mukta means jnani. Jnani means avidyayaha mukta, who is free from ignorance, rag, dvesh, etc. And upasrupya means what? Destination, locus, goal, gati, lakshya. And vyapadeshat means upadesh, presentation. So you have to add certain words. What you have to add? Because of presentation of Vishwadhara's destination of Jnani. So Vishwadhara Brahma, because of the presentation of Vishwadhar as the destination of Jnani. Because of presentation of Vishwadhar as the destination of Jnani. So, Vishwadhar is Brahman. Therefore, Vishwadhar cannot be Pradhana, and it is a Brahman. This completes this sutra. More we will see. Next sutra we will see tomorrow. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah. Hari Om.